Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. It's Nikki Free. I hope you guys are having a wonderful New Year's. This will be my last video of 2019. So I kind of wanted to do a video that meant something to me and hopefully to others. This video is, I'm sure you saw the topic, but it's just going to be about helping Lil Wayne in 2020. Hashtag save Lil Wayne in 2020. And I'm saying this because we have witnessed celebrities literally dying before our eyes. There was Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and Prince. And I'm naming them only because they were like huge icons and we literally watched them die before our eyes. We saw Whitney Houston as thin as a rail. Come on. You saw her doing the performances. You know that wasn't normal. Everyone knew it wasn't normal. But what did people do? They laughed. They made jokes. They made memes. And then she died. And then everybody was so sad and everybody was like, well, what happened? And asking questions. And then there was, before I go any further, all of these people that I'm naming, yes, they are adults. Yes, they are. Yes, they were responsible for their own lives. But another part of this video is something I want to touch on in this video is when do we use like common sense? When is it okay to help somebody? When they're not mentally stable, when they are a harm to themselves, when they are a danger to themselves, however you want to look at it, when do the people closest to them or the people that have the ability to step in? Now, when I say we, I'm saying this as a collective. Of course, I and maybe you can't go to Lil Wayne and knock on his door and say, hey man, you need help. Of course not. But he does have family. He has a daughter. He has, I'm sure, a manager. He has people in his life. And from what it looks like, he has mostly enablers in his life. Everybody pretty much, I'm sure, that's watching this video knows what Lil Wayne used to look like. And if you don't, Google it. Because it's sure as hell not even close to what he looks like right now. He is literally a shell of himself. He has like a few dreads hanging on. This man looks sick. He looks sick, you know? And this is exactly what happened with Whitney Houston. And that's all I'm saying. I'm saying, do we want to leave people alone and have a funeral? Or do we want to help people and have an intervention and deal with the consequences of them being mad later? At least you'll be able to talk to them and explain why you did the intervention, and they can come back and have a comeback story. There are so many people that I watch on television that were addicts that, you know, they have a comeback story. They're on Unsung. I love Unsung. If you watch the show Unsung, there's so many people that talk about how they were strung out on drugs and somebody came into their lives and turned their lives around, helped them turn their lives around, or something happened and they turned their lives around, but they were there to tell the story. Well, some people are so far gone and you see they're knocking on death's door. It may be time to schedule an intervention. That's all I'm saying. And I just feel like an intervention is a lot better than a funeral. And that's just my opinion. You know, I know even me, like I wouldn't want people coming and telling me what to do with my life. But you know what? If I'm out of my mind and I'm doing stuff to kill myself, then I feel like once I get out of that state of mind and I'm rational, I will thank those people. That's all I'm saying. And I will be alive, you know, to tell the story. The other person that I mentioned was Michael Jackson. We saw This Is It. Well, I saw This Is It. And I know a lot of people saw This Is It. And you saw that Michael Jackson was not looking right. And then there was other appearances of Michael Jackson where he wasn't looking right, thin, frail. You know, he just wasn't looking right. And then also there was the doctor who could have, he didn't, but he could have stepped in and said, hey man, you're doing too much, you know, as a doctor. People close to him, somebody, and I know these celebrities aren't like regular people. I know they are larger than life to themselves and they feel that they are invincible, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, if there are people out there that love those people and genuinely care about those people, you would think they would take the time to intervene. And maybe they have. I don't know. But I'm just saying, this Lil Wayne situation is looking very grim. And the last person I spoke of was Prince. And I speak of Prince too because Prince, although Prince is, because he's so mysterious and he's so secretive, Prince was able to hide his situation a little bit better. However, not really, because he damn near died a week prior to him dying for real. He was taken to a hospital after performing in Atlanta. So they had to stop the plane. They couldn't even fly all the way to Minneapolis. They had to actually interrupt the flight to take him to a hospital and treat him for an alleged opioid overdose. Right there. There you go. He has a problem. That is an issue. Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. Now imagine if that hospital would have said, no, I don't care who you are. You're not leaving. We're putting you on a whatever hold. Now I know that people don't want to risk, you know, being sued, blah, blah, blah. But if this man indeed had opioids like that in his system and he was like ODing, I think the hospital would have had a leg to stand on. And if not, let's say the hospital didn't want to take responsibility. What about the people in his life? You know, even though he was a private, secretive person, why didn't anybody, there was no one that could just say, hey, this man is in trouble. And then he ends up dying alone. I guess what I'm saying is, even because for me, like, I know I'm a private person as well, and I know how it is with people that are private, but who gives a damn? If someone is on the verge of dying, would you rather worry about offending them or them getting upset about you getting in their business, or would you rather save a life? It's all I'm saying. Which brings me to the whole point of this video, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne looks like he's knocking on death's door. And I'm not saying this to clown him or to speak ill of him at all. I think Lil Wayne is very talented. I think he is definitely a rap icon. But at the same time, he is a person. He is an individual who needs help. You know, and I feel like people who are doing drugs and people who are, you know, trying to escape, whatever people do to escape, there's a lot of things people do to escape. People are doing that for a reason. They are running from something. It could be mental illness. It could be a trauma. There is something wrong. So what is wrong with getting a person help? I remember there was a guy, and I'm sorry, this video is about Lil Wayne, but I know like Prince was on the verge of trying to do with a really good pain management doctor. I believe he was out of LA. I can't remember his name right now because this video is not supposed to be about Prince. It's a Lil Wayne video. But my point is, imagine if 2 weeks prior he could have just gotten that help. The point is, there are resources out there. There are people that can help. There are experts that can help. And these people actually have the money to get help. A lot of poor people that are strung out on drugs, they don't even have the money to get the help that these people have. So these people have resources. They just have to get away from the enablers. And they're not going to get away from the enablers. So that is why people who actually love them have to come in and be strong and push away the enablers. I say leave the enablers in 2019. And all the people that are strong need to stand up and fight for Lil Wayne. I would hate to see something happen to this man when it could have completely been avoided. Everybody is just sitting back. I mean, like, Lil Wayne looks normal. Like, there's nothing going on with Lil Wayne. And I just can't understand this. I mean, I just remember, I know when like Lil Wayne first came out, I was a really, really big fan of his. And I really like a lot of his old music, a lot. And he was just amazing. And he still is an amazing artist. But what happens next? You know, he gave us all this great music. He is respected by so many. All these rappers are talking about. I saw Drake on an interview talking about Wayne, 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 Wayne. Well, have you seen Wayne lately, Drake? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't respect that. I can't respect that people are just letting this man dwindle away to nothing. Hashtag help Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne in 2020. That's all I'm saying. You guys, everybody can see what this man looks like. And nobody seems to want to take the time and do anything about it. Why do we live in this kind of world? And another thing I wanted to speak on before I end this video, I just want to say, I hope all this sensitive stuff, all these sensitive people stay in 2019 as well. I think it's ridiculous how sensitive everybody's become. It is ridiculous. Every single thing is not fat shaming. Every single thing is not racist. Every single thing is not talking about you because you're a woman, or etc., etc., etc. Now, don't get me wrong. I do understand there's a lot of bad people in the world. There's a lot of racist people in the world. There's a lot of people who fat shame. There's a lot of people who don't like women, who don't like certain types of women, who don't like this, who don't like that. I get that. But I do feel that it's gotten so bad that people aren't even able to express themselves. Sometimes it just is what it is. Sometimes you're just wrong. And it has nothing to do with the fact that you're big, or the fact that you're black, or the fact that you're whatever. You're just wrong. What you did was just wrong. Or you're just making the wrong kinds of moves. And people are just calling your ass out. And you're just jumping on the bandwagon, you know? So I hope that we can leave the sensitivity in 2019 when it's not warranted. I mean, sometimes, it's like every single thing is like, oh my God. Everybody's in an uproar, you know? It's like people cannot express themselves. It's getting like out of control. So I think like it has gone a little bit too far. I do kind of miss the days when people were able to express themselves more freely. Now, I don't miss people who were just downright bigots, or, you know, who were just downright cruel. That is not what I'm saying. And I think you guys, if you are intelligent enough to think about this logically, I think you understand what I'm saying. I just feel that people are entitled to their opinions, and just because you call them something, that's not going to change the way they feel about you. Just because you say they're doing XYZ, that's not going to change the way that they feel about the situation or you. So sometimes I think in life we have to develop a little bit tougher skin and just accept, oh, maybe I was wrong, or oh, that's his opinion or her opinion, whatever. It doesn't change who I am. If you're secure in who you are and you're strong enough and you know who you are, then people shouldn't be able to break you so easily is all I'm saying. With all that said, guys, my main reason for this video was just because I saw Lil Wayne, and I've been seeing him all year, and I just had to speak out about this because in my mind, I was just curious to know why no one is really saying anything. And I guess like people don't really want to come out and like trying to drag him or trash him because he's so well respected. But at the same time, I think people can do things behind the scenes. And I really hope that people are doing things behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just saying I don't see any improvements when I see him. He doesn't look healthy. He doesn't look good. I know people have I know he has been having seizures and things like that. I know he's been ill. So hopefully people understand that this man needs to be healthy, and he needs to get some help, and he needs to just have a loving person come into his life and let him know the right way to go, as opposed to just enabling him. That's all. I just wanted to speak on that. Aside from that, I hope you guys have a wonderful new year. Let's bring 2020 in with a bang. 2019 was a trash year. There was so much stuff going on throughout the world that was just trash. Let's hope 2020 is better, and I wish all the best to all of you. Thank you so much for rocking with me this year. Thanks to everyone that subscribed to me, and I will see you in 2020. Peace.